第二部分呢，我们就来讲一下这两套题的第3和第5题。那么我们首先来看第20套题的第3题。那么第一部分呢，我们还是先有一个 reading material， 我们一起来看一下。一定要注意呢，是谁做了什么事情，又想达到什么样的一个目的。Heating prices and the university's heating bills reached record high levels this year. In an effort to reduce heating costs,The university plans to lower the temperature in all classroom buildings on weekends and on weekdays after 5 p.m. when the day's classes have officially ended. Because classes will not be in session at these times, the reduced heating should have no negative impact on students and their studies. The university considers it essential that the cost-saving measures not interfere with student activities. The woman expresses her opinion about the plan described in the article, state her opinion, and explain the reasons she gives for holding the opinion. 那么这道题呢，我们注意到啊，其实没有让咱们总结阅读材料，所以阅读材料总结的内容我们可说可不说。那么咱们可以直接过渡到这个女士她的观点和她给出的原因上。那么知道了题目的要求之后呢，我们来一起听一下听力。
Now listen to two students discussing the article.
What on earth is the university thinking?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, those buildings aren't just used for classes. That's where my evening study group usually meets.
Oh, of course, that's true. But you could go to the library instead.Yeah,
but the library only has a few rooms that people can use for group meetings, which is why classrooms have been so convenient. But now, if it's winter and cold, where can we go?
Right. In the middle of winter? Forget it. Or even if it's just kind of cold out.
It'd be pretty unpleasant.
Oh, but still, they obviously have to do something about the situation.
Oh, I agree. They have to do something, but they should find a solution that isn't so disruptive, to academics no less.Such
as?
Well, for one, if they replaced all those old windows. They're so drafty. They let the cold in. And if they insulated the buildings better. These are really old buildings. Charming, but
not at all energy efficient. Yeah, you're probably right.
There are some really basic improvements they could make that'd make a huge difference in the long term, that could solve the problem and still leave us somewhere to study.
好的，听力听完了呢，这道题我们就从2部分来作答。The girl doesn't agree with the university on the plan. 那么首先明确的表示出来她的态度。后面呢，我们就给出她所给出的原因，不需要我们任何个人的添加。Firstly， 那么非常明确第一点 ，She says that the teaching buildings aren't just used for classes. They are also used by her evening study group. The group hold meetings in the classrooms. Now that it's winter and cold,The study group has nowhere else to go. Secondly, she says the university shouldn't disrupt the students' academic study. There are many other things the university should do. It can help replace the old drafty windows that are poor and always let the cold in classrooms. Also, the old buildings are not energy efficient.So she thinks there are many basic improvements the university can do to make difference in the long term and still leave them somewhere to study. 2部分构成，首先告诉老师他的观点是什么，然后其次呢，2个原因咱们都给出来。那么过渡到下一个题。那么21套题的第3题呢，也是一个学校做的一件事情，那么他们达到的一个目的究竟是什么？咱们一定要听清楚，而且找出这些关键的词。The university will now send all students a daily email containing information about campus events and activities. Rather than getting information about activities once a week in the campus newspaper, students will get the information every day.Thus ensuring that it is always up to date. According to the university's spokesperson, who announced the plan, for all of us now, email is part of our daily lives. Students in particular have become used to relying on email and the internet for most communication. So this is a logical change that will benefit everyone. 我们可以看到啊，学校想做什么事情，然后他们想达到的目的究竟是什么。然后我们就可以来审一下题。同样的呢，是一个人对这个做法呢发出了一个观点，那么给出他相应的这样一个原因就可以了。我们还是3步走。第一步呢，学校要做什么？第二步呢，这个女士的观点是什么？第三个呢，我们给出她所给出的原因就可以了。我们现在呢，就一起来听一下听力。
Now listen to two students discussing the announcement.
Did you read about the new plan?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Really? Why?
Well, I just don't think the newspaper gives the most up-to-date information about activities.
Well, the paper comes out weekly. What's the problem?
The fact that it comes out just once a week is the problem. I read the paper every Monday, but then I forget that they're having a concert or showing a film or whatever, like on Thursday or Friday. And this'll always give me a reminder on the day of the event.
Yeah, that way you wouldn't forget.
And, like, if something gets canceled at the last minute, well, that way you'd know, and you wouldn't waste time showing up and no one's there.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That would be really helpful. But do you think students are actually going to read the email?
Are you kidding? Everyone checks their email at least once a day. And if maybe they also include the cafeteria menu for the day in the email, well, then people are definitely going to read it.
You're so right. I can't wait until they start.
好的，那么听力听完了，大家不要忘记啊，要有3个部分来作答。The university is planning to send daily email to all students so that they can get information about campus events and activities every day. The woman thinks it's a great idea. 那么2部分啊就已经回答完了。First of all, 那么第一个原因 the woman thinks the weekly newspaper is not up to date. She reads it every Monday, but she'll forget a concert on Thursday or a film on Wednesday. She also says that the email can serve as a reminder, so if any event gets cancelled, people will know and won't waste time going. Second of all, the woman says everyone checks email once a day, and if they include cafeteria menu in the email every day, people definitely will read it. 那么这是他给出的2个原因啊，我们可以看到，其实啊，我们要做的呢，就是总结一下阅读材料，然后啊，给出他的观点，一定要记得说出这个人的观点哦。其次呢，给出他2个原因，基本上啊都是2个原因，我们可以看到，然后啊，针对不同的情况，大家一定要记得3个部分的回答内容。那么接着过渡到第5题，那么第5题呢是没有阅读材料的，我们呢就会听一段对话，那么其中一个人呀会有一个问题，一个 dilemma， 那么这个 dilemma 如何解决呢？另外一个人会给他提出2个建议，那么这2个建议呀又都各自有 pros and cons， 那么我们需要支持一方，然后给出我们所给出的理由。那么知道啊，这个题目其实都是差不多的，那个要求大家熟知了以后呢，咱们就一起来听一下这段听力。
Now listen to a conversation between two students of biology.
Are you still working in Professor Green's laboratory?
Yeah, he's been supervising my research on eating behavior in mice.
Sounds interesting.
It's fascinating. I've got a few more observations and experiments to do. It's another 3 months of work, and then I'll start writing my paper.
Wow, sounds like it'll be a great paper.
Thanks, I hope so. There's a problem, though.
What?
Professor Green's been invited to teach at a university in France for a semester, and obviously I still need a lot of help with the project.
What are you going to do?
Well, Professor Green suggested Professor Baker? That I could work with another...
Oh, I've heard of her. Professor Baker's quite famous.
Yeah, but I don't know her at all, and my research isn't in her area of expertise. She works with fish, my work's on mice. Not exactly the best match.
Well, you'd get to know her eventually, and she's a great biologist, so she'd still be able to help you even if your topic isn't exactly her specialty. She may give you some new perspective on your work.
I know. I'm considering it. But still, I'm thinking about asking Professor Green if he could advise me long distance.
That's a thought. You think he'd do it?
He probably would, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, he could always look at my data and read my write-ups through email, but the thing is, he wouldn't be here to supervise my experiments.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll figure out the best thing to do.
好的，听完听力后呢，我们回答呀就要从这几个部分来。首先 ，What is the problem? The woman's supervisor, Professor Green, is going to France for a semester, but she still needs a lot of help for her project. 这是她的问题。Professor Green's suggestion is that Professor Baker can help the woman, but the woman doesn't know Professor Baker at all, and Professor Baker is specialized in another area, so they are not exactly the best matched. Another solution is that the woman can have Professor Green's advice long distance. Professor Green can look at the woman's data through emails, but there will be no one supervising the woman's experiment. 那么你的观点会是什么呢？ In my opinion 啊，最好是加上这句话，比如说 In my opinion, I would recommend if I were her， 这样都是一些比较常用的句型。大家一定啊，在这3部分作答之间呀，最好有一个稍微的一个间歇，让老师知道呢，你回答了3个部分的内容，一个都没有少。I would recommend the woman to take the first suggestion. Even if Professor Baker's expertise is not the woman's study area, as a great biologist, Professor Baker is still able to advise the woman and may give her new perspectives. 接下来呢，另一套题的第5题也是同样的题目要求，我们还记得咱们的作答要求吧？首先呢 ，What is the dilemma? And then what are the 2 solutions? The third one is What do you recommend? 那么知道这样一个题目的要求呀，还是老样子，我们先听一下听力。
Listen to a conversation between 2 students.
Hey, Sarah, when does your play open? The one you wrote and are directing.
In 1 week.
And how's it coming along?
Well, the rehearsals have been going pretty well. There's just one problem.
What's that?
We have a guy named Bill playing one of the supporting roles, one of the minor characters.
Okay.
And he just can't remember his lines. All the other actors have their parts memorized, except Bill. We'll be in the middle of rehearsing a big scene, and he'll forget what he's supposed to say next. I thought he'd eventually improve, but now I'm not sure he'll be ready for opening night.
Oh, no. That's not good. What can you do at this point?
Well, I could replace him. There are other actors on campus, actors who could play the part.
Yeah, since it's such a minor role, another actor could probably learn the part in time.
That's true. It's just that I don't know how he'd feel about that. Removing him from the play could hurt his feelings, and he was really looking forward to being in it.
I see. Well, could you... maybe another thing you could do is spend time with him after rehearsals. You know, work with him to help him learn and remember his lines.
Yeah, I could do that. But there are other parts of the production I try to take care of after rehearsals, so it'll take away from other things that I need to do before opening night.
好的，听完听力过后呢，我们可以一起来参照一下这一份答案。The woman has been rehearsing for a play, but there is a guy named Bill who can't remember his lines. The woman is not sure whether he will be ready for the opening night. There are 2 solutions discussed in the conversation. 那么接着就过渡到2个solutions. The first one is to replace him with another actor who can play the part. 这个选择有点简单粗暴啊，直接把那个人换掉啊，有点残忍，是吧？ But the woman worries that removing Bill will hurt his feelings. The second solution is to spend time with Bill, work with him to help him remember lines. But the woman has other parts of the production to take care of. 那么知道这样一个 dilemma， 我们会选择哪一种呢？其实呢，咱们看第一种啊，有点太粗暴了，对不对？直接把那个人换掉，真的不太好说。那么咱们就会选择一个避重就轻，选择一个比较好说的。Personally, I recommend the woman to try the second solution first to see if Bill will improve under her help. Maybe Bill's got some real problems remembering some lines, or maybe he's just nervous and forgetful on the stage. So find problem first, and then decide whether to replace him or not. 我们可以看到这个是 比较好说的。所以啊，咱们思考的时候啊，一定要注意啊，有话说的时候咱们再选，对不对？然后这个一看呀，有比较倾向性比较严重的。那么第一个选择呢，就有点太 harsh 了。那么选择第二个呢，我们也没有完全偏袒这个，而是说啊 ，first， 我们先试试它，先给它一定的帮助。所以说，大家在作答的时候呢，一定灵活一些。那么以上呢，就是咱们第2部分的全部内容。非常感谢大家的倾听。